Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Ground Level Youth Center video. I'm your host for today's video, Juliana. Now, today's video may seem a bit different. Just based off of the topic, I will be a bit fidgety. Now, in this video, I'll be talking about something I'm very passionate about, and it's actually an illness that I have. And when I talk about this video, I'm not looking for any empathy or sympathy. I just want to explain and make a conversation about this disorder. So back in 2016, when I was 16, only 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with a potentially fatal illness. This illness is within the top 5 reasons, according to the World Health Organization, as to cause of death. That once you have it, you can heal from the illness, but there's a 50% chance that it will return. I myself have had the illness 4 times, but just because I've been through the illness before, it doesn't take away the power of the symptoms. At the end of August and beginning of September, my symptoms they came to a point where my symptoms got so bad that I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. The thought of going to take a shower seemed like an impossible task. So what I'm trying to get at is that this sickness affects how I operate from day to day life, and it affects many of those who have it. Unlike other illnesses, one of the best ways to heal or learn from this disorder is through psychotherapy. So, like all other illnesses, I have no control of if it shows up or not, but I can always create protective factors. Now, protective factors are these things that we do that can decrease the chances or the risk of getting this illness or relapsing back. So some of these protective factors include learning more about this illness, monitoring our emotional, spiritual, mental, and physical changes, continuing medication until otherwise advised by your doctor, creating a healthier lifestyle, so working out, drinking water, resting, and eating healthy. Continue to check in with knowledgeable individuals. Sometimes, though, even after putting all those protective factors in, this illness will return. Now, this illness that I live with and many others live with as well is major depressive disorder, and for me, it has led to suicidal crisis and suicidal ideation. What I've learned is I didn't stop feeling guilty until I started treating my mental illness like a real illness and acknowledge that it is potentially life-threatening and it does need to be taken seriously. My question for you today is, if your current happiness was a percentage, what would your percentage be? 100 being the absolute best you've ever been, and 0 being the absolute worst. What I've done to improve my own mental wellness, and I'll be connecting it to the tipi teachings where I can. One of the things I did first thing in the morning was write a list of 3 to 5 people or things that I was grateful for, and then I explained why I was grateful for them. When I went into the explanation, it just gave me a chance to reflect, and it really helped to express the gratitude a bit more and feel it more sincerely. Sorry, I've got to take this. Hey, how are you? How's the tick quitting? Tell that little Uspa I love him. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay. I love you. Bye. So, by connecting to my family, I'm really strengthening the support I have outside of myself. So, I might be reaching out to my non direct family, so those not living in my household. This includes my brother in law, my sister, my nephew, so on and so forth. Now, the next thing I practiced was the tipi teaching of obedience. And I did this by meeting with elders, doctors, psychiatrists, and therapists, and then following the advice that I was given. Now, I didn't disclose to my entire family what I was experiencing or what was going on, but I did still disclose that, hey, I am going through some emotional stuff right now, got a lot on my plate. I might just be a while when I answer messages. That way, there's that respect and a bit more communication within my comfort level. Now, the next one is the one that I have the most issues with and the most trouble working with. It's challenging my negative thoughts. Now, often I'll have negative thoughts and they'll come out of nowhere. For an example, I was with my mother the other day, and the entire time I was just picking at myself, going, oh, you're probably just sitting here like, oh, God, I'm stuck with this annoying daughter again, or stuff like that. Just even though I phrased it as a joke, I was stabbing myself repetitively. So every time that happens, I needed to take a step back and go, okay, that's not true. If she didn't enjoy spending time with me, she would not spend time with me. She would not invite me to spend time with her. I am worth spending time with. She enjoys my company. So that's how we challenge negative thoughts, even though it can be difficult at times. Setting boundaries, and this can be really tough and can make you feel guilty as well, but it is extremely important. One of the most difficult days I had was actually one of the first few days I had off. I got a call from one of my best friends at 3 in the morning, and they explained that they were experiencing a bit of suicidal crisis. I did assess the situation and see that they weren't in any immediate risk, and after that, all I could do was refer them to different agencies or different resources in the area, just because I wasn't in the right place to help. I forced myself to do one big task every day and two small tasks. Now, a big task could be I mowed my lawn, and a small task is I filled the dishwasher. Now, those small tasks, it just kept making sure that I kept doing things. I didn't just wallow and sit down all day. It kept with the routine, and it helped me feel like I accomplished something. The other thing I did was worked out 3 times a week using video games. Now, although you wouldn't think that it ultimately connects to the two people teaching sharing, what I've done is I kept my appointments, and I did realize that ultimately I'm the one in the situation I'm in, and I'm the only one who can change it. I'm the one who has to take the actions, do the therapy, and treat my illness. So the strength people teaching really connected with the cleanliness. It meant keeping routines and following the advice that was given to me by my therapist, doctor, elder, and psychiatrist. For good child rearing, I was very lucky enough that my sister was gifted a child from Creator. So I have a lovely nephew, and I've been setting up my house for him, making sure that, if my sister needs support, I'm there for her. I've spent time with him, and there is such a love in your heart that is filled by spending time with family. One of the last things I did was set small term achievable goals. So this was things such as, you know what? This week I'm gonna do 3 loads of laundry and they're gonna get dried. And they just add up to ultimately help you take care of yourself in the future. And the last thing or task I did to help myself is find the small reasons to smile. So, as mentioned, that's anxiety. But I also have the second cat named depression. But even smaller than that is each day I have to take these meds. So I have a microphone here and I want to see if you can hear them because before I take them every day, I always shake them. I have mini maracas and nothing fills me with more joy